I only have one Instagram, Benji Boy _C. I only have one Instagram, Benji Boy _C.
Well, it looks like some social media users was not here for how Clarence tried to downplay Leslie and dug up old tweets from his old Twitter account, the same Twitter account that he used to have colorist remarks against dark-skinned women and saying that dark-skinned women look like black and mouths and they look silly with pink lipstick and things like that. You know, these tweets were dug up from that old account, but I'm going to tell you how we even got here. Now, I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of what happened prior, and then I'm going to tell you how we got to the point where people are digging up old tweets, feeling like Clarence is a liar.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. Okay, and tonight I guess it is all about Clarence Queen, the ex, and all that jazz.
Okay, so if you guys were on my page, then you know that I broke down the whole situation between Clarence and his ex, his response, her response. I broke it down between two full-length live videos. In those two full-length live videos that you should check out if you have not checked out already, in those videos, I pretty much broke down what Clarence said, how this got started, what Leslie said, and then I showed my reaction live to what, you know, each person said, and then allowed callers to call in. But for those of you who didn't see it, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. So there was a book that was made, and it was called Queen of Lies, and it was alleged to have been written by Clarence's ex, Leslie. Well, Clarence decided to react to the book. So there was YouTubers who were reacting and they were reading the book, and he thought that it was one YouTuber that made the book. And he said that, you know, if they're going to be making money off the book, he's going to make money off the book as well. And he bragged about how he was going to make the most money out of everybody, and he was going to react to each and every part of the book and give his truth as to what was true and tell people what was false.
Let me break some down to you. I've probably already made, I think I've already made about $1,500 off of that vid. By the end of the day, I'll probably be at 2 bands. By the end of the month, I'll probably be at like 3,500 if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, if I had to calculate it, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to break it down that like, we get into the bag too, you know what I'm saying? If niggas want to make books, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna react to the books too, then send me the parts.
Okay, so he goes on to react to the book, and while he's reacting to the book, there was a portion of the book that said that his ex had gotten abortion from him, and he in turn said that wasn't possible because the ex had a health issue that would prevent her from having such happen.
In a certain way to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you need help. But to say that I aborted, I've never aborted any, like, this is my first ever pregnancy. You feel me? I've never had a scare or anything with my ex. Actually, there is a health concern or a health issue that didn't even allow that to happen with my ex. And for you not to be mindful of that or even think of that and try to say things like that, that's why there's certain things you're saying why I can't pay attention to this. And I can't even, like, there's no way she wrote this. You feel me? There's certain things you're saying that's just not adding up. That can't happen.
So that is him speaking on his ex personal business. And he was saying, you know, she got a medical reason why she couldn't even been pregnant in the first place. Basically, like, she can't even have kids in the first place. So the ex came forward and she wanted to pretty much respond to what was being said. And she didn't really appreciate Clarence coming and telling her medical business and telling her personal business, because she felt like that was something for her to disclose if she ever wanted to.
So moving forward to her saying that I had an abortion, me and Clarence never had a scare. Like, I've never gotten pregnant, and for reasons, it's not that easy. But that's all I'm going to say. I feel like, as a matter of fact, let me just address this because I'm a little upset. I didn't watch Clarence's second reaction, but a few people told me that he spoke about me having health issues and I couldn't have a baby, something along those lines. I tried watching the second reaction that he did, and I was catching a little bit of anxiety because when someone told me about the whole thing that he spread my personal business, I was like, why would he do that? Why would he even say anything about me having health problems? Like, the condition that I have is so serious and so sensitive to me, and he knows that. Anybody, like, I couldn't believe it was so carelessly said too. Like, I don't know, I feel like it was unnecessary to say. There's just certain things that you keep private. You don't share my business to the world. You don't tell people that I have health problems. When I've been, I don't want to say I've been depressed about it, but the thought is haunting that it's hard for me to have. I'm not going to say that I can't have. It's hard for me to have. So he didn't have the right. He didn't have the right to talk about that, or he didn't talk about it, but I heard he mentioned it. He didn't have a right to mention it at all. I'm disappointed that he did that because in 3 years that I haven't said anything about him, I respected their relationship. I expected him to respect me as a human. I've been quiet. I haven't said anything, but you're talking about my health problems and my issues with having a baby. Not called for. I didn't appreciate that at all. That's not cool. But yeah, I don't want to get emotional about it because I already did. Behind closed doors, I try my best not to put my business out there. I've never been that way, so let's move forward.
And he started putting out her business. She didn't appreciate some of the stuff that he put out as it pertains to her business, as she has not put out anything that was his business because she was not the one who wrote the book. And so therefore, she decided to make videos to give her side of the story. Since everybody is trying to speak for her, she has every right to give her side of the story and tell her side of the events. If a person is making a fake book and Clarence is able to defend himself, she is not clout chasing because she decides to defend herself. Why is it okay for Clarence to defend himself but her not to be able to defend herself? Make that make sense. Y'all be taking this idol worship, these couple goal worships too far. This girl is well within her right to defend herself, just as well as Clarence is within his right to defend himself. He has every right. If somebody says something that's not true, he has every right to defend himself. Anyways, we're going to fast forward to his video. So he came forward and he didn't appreciate her speaking on him.
Had the audacity to open up his mouth and fix his teeth to try to twist her response and try to diss her. Now, a lot of gullible fans, they missed the part where he dissed her because they only care if he says fluffy things about Queen. So it's okay for him to cheat on another woman, but it's not okay for Chris to do it. But it's okay for him because as long as the person they like, Queen, is the one that he's gushing over, then it's all good. So he had the audacity to open up his mouth and send underhanded diss shots to her and tell her how he didn't appreciate how she came forward and spoke the same way he came forward and spoke. It was okay for him to come forward and speak and defend himself, which he had a right to do, just like she had the right. But if an N-word got anything, they're going to have the audacity.
Well, my ex said she shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chance. Before we even get into that, I really don't like when people get on here and try to play victim. Don't play victim. You feel me? If we're going to keep it a buck and we're going to make videos saying the truth and the side, then tell all of it. Not just my wrongdoing. Because you up there trying to look like a saint You feel me? And I really didn't appreciate that. You said you shouldn't have taken me back and gave me second chances. You've taken each other back on several occasions, not just you take me back. Don't make it seem like I'm out here doing wild shit and you taking me back, putting up. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful when you speak. Be truthful when you speak about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I guarantee you not until this day, and probably until this day, you've probably been looking for someone just like me.
I remember back in 2018, he said the same thing about like Queen. Like basically, if Queen left him, that was gonna be the case. Talking about, see, what's different about me is if somebody leaves me, it's your loss. You ain't gonna find another. And Queen knows that. Same thing he's saying about Leslie. But anyways, let me fast forward the video to where he really starts to dump on her, like really tries to ish on her. Basically, he's telling her like he had goals to be successful. She had goals to be in love.
We had two different goals at that time. You feel me? I feel like my goal was to be successful, and I feel like your goal was to be happily in love. Feel me? And that just wasn't the kind of time I was on. I did. But like I like not taking anything we had away, you feel me? But it just like that's just my like I was trying to be successful.
Translation: you couldn't give me the clout and fame that I wanted. Queen had the clout and she had the key to the plan to the success. She already started plotting on me in my DM. I told her I had a girl. She still tried to F with me. She's still trying to, you know, check on your boy. She's still coming through. So that's my ticket to success. You couldn't provide that, so that's where I went with it. Now, Queen's gullible fans, they will overlook those facts. That's really what he's saying.
Oh, you feel me? Kind of made it seem like you didn't want to hold me back and you were saying all of that, but that was one of the main problems that I had with you. You feel me? And that was one of the things that I fell in love with about Queen, is that she never even though she has the spotlight, she's a mega superstar. You feel me? Even though she has the spotlight, whatever, she was never like she never wanted to hold me back. Like, you know, she wanted me to shine. She never said, "Oh, I got too many followers and I ain't gonna record him and I ain't gonna do a video with him because I'm too big." Like, she never did any of that. You know what I'm saying? She never held.
I'm gonna get to how the tweets come into play, but there was a lot of dumb bimbos who didn't understand where the disrespect came in. Oh my God, he didn't disrespect her. Oh my God, he didn't even say anything bad. Because you were so busy focusing on what he said about Queen, you didn't realize the disrespect and how he tried to put her down to big Queen up. First of all, he trying to manipulate and twist it, saying that Queen never wanted to hold him back and Queen was this and that and she wasn't like you and you know, basically saying Queen better than her. First of all, Queen got big from a couples channel. She knew that having you on her thing was a big controversy, a big thing for her, and it was propelling her. So why would she not show you? That was the big one up to Chris. She wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. So of course she's going to show you, and of course she's going to parade you, because girls thought you were cute. Chris already felt some type of way about you being her IG crush, because while they were married, you came up in conversation. He made her block you. So once she felt like she wanted to get revenge on Chris, she plotted so that she can get you to get revenge despite the fact of you having a girl. That's why she was so persistent, no matter that you claim that you were just trying to keep it business, but she was persistent because she had a goal to get revenge no matter what, and she was gonna get you no matter what. Now, you can try to flip it for the stands, but Leslie seen through the manipulation and she felt some type of way about it. And people who seen what he tried to do and how he tried to flip things and constantly tried to say what Queen was good at while trying to diss her, saying what she was bad at, that's where the diss came in. Y'all was so focused on what he said about Queen, you're not realizing that the stuff that he's trying to say about Queen, he's using that to diss Leslie. And my night owls who sent me in the tweets, they're like, wait a minute. He's saying that he would never bash his ex and it's goofy to do all that, but yet he's sitting here bashing his ex. Like, they felt like that was hypocritical. And they also felt it hypocritical when he was like, you know, he tried to throw it in Leslie's face how Queen is affectionate, but then he got tweets where he's talking about they're cuddling and they're cuddly and all of this kind of stuff. So people felt like all he was trying to do was just kept constantly trying to slap stuff in Leslie's face when he had evidence of the contrary on his social media.
So basically, I feel like Leslie was my first relationship, you feel me? And it's not the most affectionate relationship I've been in, so I don't know how it is to be like, you know, that affectionate, you know what I'm saying? Queen is the first girl I've met that's like very affectionate.
Okay, and then he says, you know, each relationship is different, which granted, each relationship is different, but you don't have to keep constantly trying to put Leslie down by saying what Queen does that's better. Like, that's where the diss comes in at.
She's great in bed. She believed in me. She invested in me. Not a lot of women that can say that. She invested in me. She seen I had potential and she invested in me. She bought me a camera. I didn't ask her to do that. I didn't ask her to do that. She just bought it.
Aw, how sweet. She invested in you. But I remember, because I used to report on you guys a lot 2 years ago, I remember when Maud the God basically said that she was trying to buy your love, and she was buying things to try to buy your love. Do you remember when Maud the God was speaking on y'all relationship?
Now, you feel me, it always went a little bit further with Clarence, because you feel me and Queen, that's my sis, you feel me, we friends, but you like the little girl who want to impress the boy at school, so she like buy him juice and like, you know, do like, she's doing all the little things to get Clarence attention. And you know, Clarence is my boy's a normal like New York nigga, you feel me? It takes a little while to get to a New York nigga heart, you feel me? You're not just gonna pull up and impress him and just get to him.
But I mean, she was investing for sure, yeah. According to Maud, your friend, she was trying to buy your love. But, you know, hey, whatever to throw it in Leslie's face. Whatever to try to, you know, diss her to big Queen up. Hey, whatever floats. And how he kept coming off like, you wasn't the girl for me, you wasn't the one for me, da-da-da-da. But it's like, okay, at one point in time, you did feel like she was the girl for you, so you don't have to come at her like that. Yes, you've moved on with Queen or whatever, but you didn't have to come at her like that when she didn't come at you like that. That was hecka disrespectful. But again, because Queen's fans are gullible and they want to, you know, they want to buy into this whole relationship goals. Oh my God, listen what he said about Queen. But it's like, no, he's using that to take shots and diss his ex. And a bunch of y'all say all she had to do was say that she didn't write the book, whoop. Well, all he had to do was say, you know, I'm sorry for putting your personal business out there. It goes the same way. But because you like Queen and because you like Clarence, it's okay for him to do it, but it's not okay for her to do it. He didn't have to take the underhanded shots at her the way that he was taking shots to diss her to big Queen up. Just like he didn't have to diss black women and make a joke out of black dark-skinned women, but you know, y'all will overlook that too.
It's the mother of my kids. You tripping. That woman mean the world to me. I'm picking her over you every time. I just want to make that clear, like, and I'm not specifically talking to my ex. I'm talking to everybody out there, Mo. Put some respect on my relationship.
Like, I don't care what nobody say. He could profess his love for Queen all day, but he didn't have to do it in the way that he did to be underhanded. Like, you was sitting here, Queen is a God-fearing woman. She talk about God this, God that all the time. But, you know, Leslie had you up in church. I ain't never heard you say you was up in church with Queen. You was also professing your love for Leslie on her birthday, telling her how beautiful, how much amazing person she is. So for you to turn around and try to, you know, ish on her like that, that was weak to me. And that was also weak to Leslie as well, which is why she was so emotional when she responded to the disrespect.
You feel me? Like, my girl's hasn't done nowhere near the things that you've put me through. And I had to face with you. And I love her for that. I love her for that. She respects me, Mo. I'm picking her over you every time. I just want to make that clear. I'm picking her over you every time.
I mean, at this point in time, if you haven't cheated on Queen like you was sitting here cheating on Leslie, just like Chris was cheating on Queen, you was pulling a Chris on Leslie or whatever. And, you know, obviously she was insecure just like Queen was insecure. So if you haven't done those things to Queen, then yeah, Queen wouldn't be putting you through the same things that Leslie put you through because she was insecure from you cheating on her. She admitted that.
So although I knew at times it wasn't right, or I'm not going to say it wasn't right, but I shouldn't have went back. I still did. I gave him another chance. And yeah, we try to make it work. But you never know that once you lose trust and once you go down this dark path, things aren't the same. Different things happen in a relationship. Like you start acting differently around the person. Your mind is already like tormented with so many things. So you're just scared of things now. Like you can't move like calm. You can't be free. You can't let him be free. You know what I'm saying? So you like kind of, it changes you a little bit in the relationship. You become like a little probably possessive. I don't know. You don't trust. You have insecurities now. And that's the inevitable.
Sounds like I'm listening to Queen talking about how she felt insecure and what she started to do when Chris was cheating on her. But because it's Clarence, I didn't say Clarence, because it's Clarence, and y'all like Queen, y'all gonna overlook that because he said gushy stuff to Queen, but the same stuff that y'all go and jump down Chris's throat for because he cheated. I mean, it's all well and good because y'all don't know Leslie. Leslie doesn't have a hit song on the radio. So it's like, who cares if he cheated on her? Like, who cares, right? Right?
You feel me? Like, my girl's hasn't done nowhere near the things that you've put me through. And I had to face with you.
But obviously, when he says, you know, Queen hasn't put him through all of the things that Leslie put him through. Yes, Leslie admitted to being possessive because you cheated on her. And here's her talking about how you cheated on her.
It was time where I was going through a heartache. Like, I was trying so hard to be strong, be a strong woman, and not go back to him because I found out he cheated on me. Okay? Yeah, he was trying to find me. He sent me messages like crazy, trying to get back with me and trying to figure out why I disappeared. And I'm not saying anything anymore because sometimes the best policy is not to say nothing. And I stood quiet and I ignored him and I was swallowing it. He would send me voicemails and I would listen to it and I would cry while listening to it. I was hurting myself through the process too because Lord knows that I wanted to talk to him again. And try to figure it out. But I knew that it wasn't right. I knew that he lied to me and I don't know how he did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when it happened. It was just so sneaky.
Okay, so that's her talking about the cheating. And of course, you know, her being cheated on, it doesn't matter because like I said, she doesn't have a hit song on the radio. And, you know, they buy into the relationship goal of Clarence and Queen. And y'all should check out my video that I've showed you. Everything that glitters in these relationships ain't gold. Like a lot of the stuff, like when people try to make you think that they are 100% so gushy in love, it's a lot of skeletons in that closet. And Queen better hope that she never goes down to $0 because she's going to find out exactly who she's dealing with.
Claire.
You have to clean the inside. The inside is what smells.
Yeah, you can clean the inside, but you just don't put soap in there.
Say soap one more time.
Soap.
Say it.
Soap.
I told
you. You know what? I swear to God. Hold on. No, get up.
Because I told you when did I say it was soap?
Move now.
When did I say
now?
Well, grab the line. Forget that.
I'm interested to hear the stories of the skeletons when this relationship is over. But anyways, let me get back to Leslie. Now, and I'm going to just close the video out with, addressing the people who felt like Leslie was wrong for blaming Queen. Now, although Clarence is the main culprit and the main person that she should be mad at, and that's where most of her anger should go because of that, how he did the situation, I can see why she would feel and she would place blame on Queen. Queen's claim to fame, now she already had a buzz because of her and Chris on the channel, but her claim to fame of, like being a little bit more than just a YouTuber was her breakup, her song Medicine, and her heartbreak of, a girl cheating with her man and a girl, sliding in on her man or whatever, and her being heartbroken. So I can see where Leslie would place blame on her for doing the same thing that Chris did to her. Like, here Queen is, crying over heartbreak, yet she knows that Leslie is in a relationship with him. But let's be honest, she didn't care. Though, like, Clarence can try to paint their communication as innocent all he wants, but she already admitted that was her IG crush. She already admitted that that's somebody that she was seeking out. She did not care that he had a girlfriend. She already knew that Chris was bothered by him because Chris had already made her block him. So when she had came up with the idea of giving him a taste of his own medicine, she was plotting. She's not acting all invested into his career and what are you doing? Oh, you should start YouTube and oh, you should do this. She was setting him up to preface her comeback and her revenge on Chris. So in Leslie's eyes, she feel like, Queen snaked her man. So she places blame on her and she feels like Queen trapped him. However, if a girl could take your man, he's not really yours. You know what I'm saying? He was just looking for an opportunity to come up, but I can see where she can feel that way.
That full-blown conversation that I don't remember ever seeing because I didn't care to watch their videos and how they started and how it happened. So this was the first time I actually seen the conversation. And look, we were together at that time, which is stated in the conversation or whatever. And around October, the ending of October was when he asked for space. I've already been through so much. Imagine 4 or 5 years. I've already been through so much for somebody to say, I need space? Fine. It hurt me. I told you guys I cried about it. Like I was saying, in October, he asked for the space. When I say we didn't officially break up, because we never said it's over. At that time, it was just a break that he wanted a space. He told me, there's things that I want to do, and I can't do it while you're here. And that made me feel some type of way. I was trying my best to just, not trip about it and just know that I'm looking out for somebody that I love. Because his mother never wanted to be in their videos. His mother still loved me, okay? She knew, and Clarence, they both knew that his mom didn't want any parts in the video. And she even told me, she said, listen, they know I don't want to be in the video. I'm not part of that. I love you, whatever. She didn't want to be in the videos. So she knew how much his family loved me and how much he loved me, okay? So what better way to feel more superior than me and take all that love away from me and my family away from me? What better way? What better way than to have a baby? Ooh. It was 5 years. I just wanted him to be happy and get to the space where he wanted to. And yes, I was in a dark space. I lost myself in him. Okay? You can't blame me for that. Another thing that I was holding on to, because around that time that they got together or whatever, I can't pinpoint the dates because I'm not going to go back to their videos or figure out how it all started or anything like that. But I do remember when I went to his house and I didn't feel comfortable going to the basement because I already knew someone else was there. where it was my home. It's no longer my home no more because I left and someone was there. But I remember talking to his mom, and his mom was telling me, Leslie, just be patient. Give him his space. You know that's not his type. You're his type. Okay? She told me that. And it was, I don't know, maybe to comfort me during this space time that we were going through. Maybe it was to comfort me and still to keep me there because she knew us more than anything. Like, I remembered, what better way to take advantage of the space that we were in, to take advantage of the fact that he never had a kid. But you did. You have a baby, and you are an experienced woman. You know what it takes to have a baby. Us women, we all track our ovulation. I'm pretty sure you did too.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure she tracked her ovulation, her menstrual. I'm pretty sure she knew when she was ovulating and when she was.
Ooh. Oh, hold up.
Fertile. Like you're not just gonna sleep with somebody and just not know. You was moving very maliciously, and for that I can't forgive you. You had a husband. Figure it out with him. Yeah, he did you wrong. And you was going through the share of things that you was going through, but so was I. And the same thing that you was going through, you did it to me. And the crazy part about this is, you didn't even know him. But from the moment that you slid into his DM, you was plotting on him. You knew exactly what you was doing. But it's okay.
All right. And we're going to close it right there. I don't care what the stands say. I agree with Leslie. I feel like, I'm not saying that makes Queen a horrible person, but she did know and she did have a plan. She knew what she was doing when she was buying him a camera, putting money in his pocket, doing all those things. She knew what she was doing. And that's facts. She knew what she was doing. She was trying to get revenge on her husband because he did her wrong. And she set a plan in motion to get what she wanted. And she wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. And for her getting her revenge, it was at the expense of another woman's heartbreak, just like she was trying to, get over on her heartbreak. It is what it is. And Clarence, I feel like he's wrong for how he tried to dump on her, because that video right there, yeah, she did get more into her feelings, but that was after he dissed her and kept trying to make it seem like, she wasn't nothing to him. He tried to make like she wasn't ish. So, yeah, she felt some type of way. So I feel her on that, and that's that on that. And my night owls just wanted me to point out how they felt like, Clarence was hypocritical, how he claimed 1 minute he would never bash his ex, how 1 minute he claiming this and claiming that, and how he trying to act like she wasn't nothing. But yet, she had you up going to church and stuff. She had you, for 5 years. So for you to try to dismiss her like, oh, you wasn't nothing, queen the woman for me, it's like, yeah, that's the mother of your child. That's who you with now. But you didn't have to ish on her like that to big queen up. Like you could big queen up every day. You could do a video. You didn't have to wait for that video to big queen up. Why you ain't been praising queen like that? You didn't have to praise her on her expense. That was foul. And yes, he can show his girl love. That's his girl. That's his baby mom. That's the mother of his child, whatever. But he didn't have to try to put Leslie down in the midst of it. That's the foul part. But I'm out.
Do you clean the inside of your vagina?
Or do you just leave it to straight water and let it rinse?
Yeah.
Like, which one? We need an answer.
Hold on, let me show who's giving this.
When you want to go?
She's saying straight rinse.
You are not supposed to.
No.
Queen thinks that you just rinse.
You're not supposed to go inside your vagina.
Queen thinks you just let the water run.
That's not how life works, ladies. That's not how life works.
Excuse me.
Stop.
Stop. Listen, Vagisil is only used on the vulva or outside the vagina, and is not for treatment. Do you not put this on the inside of your vagina? Vagisil is meant for external. No, Vagisil is meant for external.
You need to find something that goes in there.
Excuse me, inside or or your vagina, Vagisil is meant for external.
Something.
No, Vagisil is meant for external. No.
You need to find something that goes in there.
Excuse me.
Claire.
You have to clean the inside. The inside
Yeah, you
is
can
what
clean the
smells.
inside, but you just don't put soap in there.
Say soap one more time.
Soap.
Say it.
Soap.
I told you.
You know what? I swear to God. Hold on. No, you know.
I told you. When did I say it was soap?
Move now.
When did I say
now.
Bro, grab the line and forget